stats. And you know, I always talk about benchmark prices, and I thought, well, maybe I should explain the difference because, you know, our real estate stats, and if anybody's gone on my website to look at them, because I always have them updated on my homepage, scroll to the bottom, you'll always see the full month stats, not just what I talk about on the show here, but the full details. And there's the median price, there's the benchmark price, or the average price, and it's like, what is what, and why do I choose the benchmark price? Most people talk about averages, but let me explain for those who may not know. So the average home price, the average of all house prices within a category. So for example, the total of all condo sale prices divided by the number of condos sold. So that's the average. The median home price, the way it's gathered, is the midpoint of sale prices where an equal number of properties were sold above and below the sales price. And then the benchmark home price is calculated by estimating the value of typical homes in the community based on the most popular combination of features such as age, size, numbers of bedrooms and bathrooms. You'll find separate benchmark prices for detached, attached, and condo homes. So this is why I like using benchmark prices, because it's almost like it's a bit closer to a true evaluation. So that's sort of how. So that's where I pick them, and that's where there's a difference in prices. So let's get right into the news release from the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board came out October 4th. And the headline is Positive Start to Fall Market. New listings increases and sales soften. Demand for Fraser Valley real estate remained robust in September while overall sales decreased compared to August. Total sales reached the second highest levels for the month of September in the 100-year history of the board. And the board we had in September, the sales decreased 10.6% compared to August, and a decrease of 16.4% compared to the same month last year. Now, Larry Anderson is our president of the board this year, and he says, while we've seen a solid increase in new listings compared to August, market conditions continue to be challenging for buyers. Considering the demand across the region, the increase is simply not enough to bolster the inventory required to create greater balance in the market. He further says demand for residential homes of all types is strong in the Fraser Valley, with more sellers returning to the table in September, which is expected at this time of year. In September, the board received a decrease of listings by 33.4% compared to last year, and an increase of 11.2% compared to August this year. Across Fraser Valley in September, the average number of days it took to sell a single-family detached home was 26 days, and a townhome was 19 days. Condos took on average 26 days to sell. So overall, the benchmark price for a single-family detached home in the whole Fraser Valley is $1,362,220. So the benchmark price increased 1.9% compared to August of this year, and it increased 31.9% compared to September last year. Townhouses overall in Fraser Valley are at $707,300, and that benchmark price for townhomes increased 1.4% compared to the month before, and an increase of 24.7% compared to last year. Condos are at $504,500, and that benchmark price has increased 1.2% compared to August, and an increase of 15.5% compared to September of last year. Then going into municipality by municipality, Abbotsford detached benchmark home prices are at $1,172,200. That's an increase from last year of 35%, and an increase from August of 1.7%. And then for townhouses, it's 29.1% higher than last year at $604,700. And it actually increased only 1.1% from the month before. Condos are at $395,800, and that's up 22% higher than last year and up 2.5% higher than the month before. And I want to make note, well, usually I don't go into sales and are they down or are they up, but I wanted to mention this show. Abbotsford detached sales for detached homes are down year over year, 28.8%. And month over month, down 11.6%. Sales of townhouses are down 47% compared to last year, and they're down 21.4% from the month before. And condos in Abbotsford are actually up year over year, 4.8%, but down month over month, 2.2%. Very interesting. And in Mission, benchmark prices for detached homes are at $968,900. That's up 36.1% from last year, and up 1.4% from the month before. And townhouses are at $611,300, up 30.1% from last year, and up 1.1% from the month before. And condos in Mission are at $432,200, up 22%, 22.8% actually to be exact, from last year, and 0.3% from the month before. Condos actually in Mission are, for sales, are down the most over all the municipalities. Sales are down 80% from last year, and month over month down 66.7%. But I have to say, probably out of all the municipalities, we have the least amount of condos that could be for sale, besides like Delta, right? So that's very interesting news. And for detached sales, down in Mission year over year by 31.8%. Sales down month over month for detached 3.3%. And for townhouses, it's 33.3% down in sales from last year and 25% down from the month before. And then for White Rock, so benchmark prices for detached homes are at $1,736,800. That's up 22.7% from last year and up 1.3% from the month before. There's been no change in sales of detached. They're pretty much the same in White Rock, but they're only down or up, 0.8% from the month before. Not much change there. Townhouses sales are actually down year over year 16.7% and down 9.7% month over month. But prices for townhouses in White Rock are at $841,900, up 24.6% from last year and up 2.3% from the month before. And condos are at $578,000, up 18.6% from last year and up just 0.5% from the month before. Sales month to month are down 5.1%. And condo sales for the last year are down 6.9%. So Langley detached homes are at $1,422,500. That's up 31.9% from last year and up 2.9% from the month before. And townhouses are at $729,000. That's up 26.4% from last year and up just 0.8% from the month before. And $476,000 is where condos are at in Langley. That's up 17.8% from last year and up 0.5% from the month before. And Delta benchmark prices $1,228,900. That's pretty good, up 29.8% from last year and up 1.7% from last year. Sales for detached prices are down 44.8% from last year and down even more month to month, 46.7%. And that's the lowest as far as sales coming down is Delta, year over year and month over month. So their townhouse prices are at $689,000. That's up 22% from last year and up 1.3% from the month before. And then condos are at $405,700, up 3% only from last year and up 1% from the month before. And Surrey. Oh, we don't want to forget about Surrey. $1,474,500 is the benchmark price for all Surrey. And that's up 30.7% from last year and up 1.6% month over month. And townhouses are at $727,000. That's up 23% from last year and up 1.7% from last month. And condos are at $455,000. That's 13.2% higher than last year and 0.8% from the month before.